Now, my video on Generation and War, this is my response. As J-Truth, War, well, after J-Truth left, War has slowly decreased it to being one of the worst. But remember, it was always the top of the list. That's what War, it's all started by Chris Idol, Justin creating it all. First it was War, then Thunder. Okay? Then, after Thunder left, Generation came and began. Don't get me wrong. Generation is one of the best creations that Justin ever made as a brand. I went to Generation, I saw something that I'd never seen before. A lot of flipping, a lot of more extreme stuff happens over there. You wanna know why? A big member that we don't have on War, Chaz Evans. Now, don't get me wrong. At first, I hated the kid. He was annoying as hell. But now, I love him. No homo. Karate Kid Evans, you're like a brother to me. Almost like Chris Idol. Not as strong, but you're still a brother. You greeted me when I came to Generation last. And I came up and gave you a big ass clothesline. I'm sorry if it hurt. But this is all in J-Truth's character. As Josh, you're my best friend, buddy. A good friend. A great brother. But then we all started by what? Call me what? Call me Blackie. That was the first nickname you ever gave to me. You wanna know why? Because of this. Now, Generation, War, I love you all. All you guys, group of friends, almost like a family. But don't get me wrong, J-Truth, he's not perfect either. Okay, Generation is a big ball of success, and War, I don't know what to call y'all, but like I said, J-Truth is not perfect. No one is. Who's perfect? God. I'm not God for sure. This right here is an Under Armour band. Why do I wear this? To make it look cool, and it looks like I have an arm pad or whatever you call it. I don't have money. This was a gift. This was free. I wear this because, first of all, it's comfortable, and I like it, and I play basketball. And I wrestle, I play lacrosse, I play soccer. The reason why I'm so successful in the WCF, because I do other things to keep my body in shape. Now, over the break after soccer season was over, I kind of lost it. But there's this thing called hitting the gym, hitting the weights. I have some over here, okay? Do you see them? You see it? That's a weight bench, okay? I'm on there almost every other day. On that bar over there, I believe it's 185. J-Truth can bench 185. Now I'm progressing. My weight is this is 200 something. 210, I believe. Yeah, 210. I'll get back with you with that information later. But as J-Truth statistics, that doesn't matter right now, because J-Truth is one of the best wrestlers in the world, right next to Chris Idol, right next to Ratty, right next to Chaz. When do you ever hear J-Truth ever talking about another wrestler being good, almost better than him himself? You wanna know why Chaz is better? Because Chaz has more time than me. First of all, that's not an offense, that's not an insult. But you put more dedication than what J-Truth does. You wanna know why? Because J-Truth can't make it every week, but it's okay. So you're good. You're good. But Chaz, when I had a match with you in Generation, after you put me in retirement home, it was on Generation. But it was one of the best matches that J-Truth ever had. Because he went up against a good wrestler that he knew what he was doing. Now, in the last match when I was on Generation, and thank you for the support and all the fans saying, you know, oh, we miss J-Truth, thank you for coming back. I had to face Knight Reigns. He was debuting that same day. he didn't really give me too much to work with, but I had to make the best out of it. I made him look good in a way. I always look good, but when I faced Chaz, it was just like another match, almost like what me and Chris Idol would have done on that field. When I faced Triple T at last Wrestling Madness, he put in good work and he was still a good wrestler. You wanna know why? Because he put dedication and hard work into his mindset right before Wrestling Madness. You can't just come out of nowhere and come to Wrestling Madness thinking that you're the best. You have to prove to the great ones, do you really have it? Do you really have what it takes? Now, Corey, you need some work. But Tyrone, Tyler, Crank, he's done a really good job. Of course, J-Truth, Chris Idol, Ratty, you know, the good wrestlers that know what they're doing now. Waldo. I'm just gonna leave it as a chuckle laugh right there. But even my brother Dietrich Bizarre, he weighed in at least 290, or I'm sorry, maybe 230. I'm not trying to make him sound fat, but he weighed in at 230, 240, right when he came in WCW. You know what he weighs now? My brother, he's like 190. You know why? Because he was hitting the weights every single day. That's dedication. That's hard work. That's making your mind up and saying, look, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to put enough commitment into it? And that's what War needs to do with attendance. Like I said in my little video, WCF, as one, we need to come as one for War. And then show what generation what we have. Now, yes, I'm not a generation superstar, but I like them. I like what they do. They put in good work. Okay? War was the stuff when it came out, and then it got lackadaisical and came down. The ratings went lower and lower till my hands off the screen. We need to get up high, because you already know. And as J-Truth always says, sky is the limit. And remember that. Generation, War, let's step it up too. Round of applause. And Stewie, thank you for giving us opportunity. Big shout out to you and your corporation. I promise you guys all this. Wrestling Madness, I'm supposed to be the host. You know I'll be there. Sky's the limit. J-Truth out.